The other thought, though, quite rightly, is a lot of patients will say, you know what, I remember when I first started these biologics, my doctor counseled me that I may be at high risk of infection. So how is that possible then if later on in pregnancy, the biologics start crossing the placenta into the developing fetus, and the baby is then born with these drugs in their body? How are they going to be okay if I had to be worried about infections? And that's actually a really, really valid concern. What we do know is that we have done research that have followed newborns into various stages of their life. And what we can say is, thank goodness, the immune system has different pathways to protect us against infection. So again, going back to basic principles, yes, the biologics do get into the baby in the second half of pregnancy. And yes, the babies are born with biologics detectable in their body. But because your immune system has different layers of protection, we have found in these studies that the infants in their first 3 to 6 months of life are not at higher risk of infection than, for example, babies born to moms that were on no medications. So though it's theoretically possible these babies are at higher risk of infections, in fact, the data tells us that they are just as healthy. So that's very reassuring. Again, we don't expect you to watch this video and be 100% reassured. We want you to go and speak to your gastroenterologist. But again, this is just outlining basic principles that we want patients to have access to when they're even thinking about starting this journey. And then finally, in terms of vaccination. So after 9 months, baby's been born, you bring a healthy baby home. The final question I get in my pregnancy clinic is, can my babies get the usual vaccines? And the data is yes. And in fact, we have more and more emerging data to support that.